Hi everyone, it's Trudy here and I'm back with our usual feature on a Thursday, which is the crystal question and answer. So a little while back I was asked to explain the various shapes of crystals. Now there are many forms, so I've just kind of gone with the most popular, the ones that we would see more commonly, and hopefully I will be able to give you a reasonable explanation as to what each shape is for. So, in this video, like I said, we'll be talking about crystal shapes and their uses. There are many forms of crystal shapes. Some are formed naturally in the ground, in the rock, but most featured are man-made shapes because they are the most common that we do see. So crystal being formed into a shape does not take away any of its healing benefits, and I think it's important to remember that. Some people fear that if a crystal has been altered or, like put through machines and cut and sliced, that it's not as beneficial as a natural form of crystal, but they do still contain all their healing benefits. So, let's begin. This here, what you can see, is called a pencil crystal, and this is one of the most common shapes. It features one pointed end and one rugged end. And this crystal can be used for a wide array of healing practices, and it's a good shape for beginners. Most often clear quartz is found in this shape. I have an awful lot of pencil point crystals and I use them a lot in my grid work. They're really handy little space fillers and they're really very common, very easy to get your hands on, and you can get them in a wide variety of crystals, but like the article says, generally clear quartz is the most common. Sphere. As you can see, a sphere is a round ball. Now these are shaped by man. They don't naturally form like this, but their shape now allows the energy to radiate in all directions equally. So they can be used as a window into the past and future as they move energy through time, and this is called scrying. So if you ever think of a fortune teller and their crystal ball, that is exactly what that is about. I love having spheres, especially the bigger the sphere, the better, and having them as a kind of a focal point in the room to send out their lovely energy all over the room. So they are super to have around. Again, lovely to stick a sphere into the middle of a grid and send that energy all throughout your grid. But yeah, they're really nice, and we do have a few spheres in stock at the moment over on indigograce.com, and go and have a look. Crystal skulls. Now I haven't had skulls for a while because they were insanely popular, and then a lot of people started thinking, no, they're not good, they're negative, they're they're not a nice crystal to have, skulls aren't a good thing. But none of that is very true at all, because crystals are not negative, skulls are not negative. The crystal will have the energy that crystal should have. So basically they've been in production for about 120 years roughly. They, as I said, they're not negative. They work the same as all other forms of crystal, and some people view the crystal skulls as protectors. This was one that I had in stock before. They were lovely little guys, quite happy little beans. I really enjoyed having them around. So if you can get a crystal skull and you like the design of crystal skulls, then I would definitely recommend it. They're very safe to use. The pendulum. This is very common and very popular, and these are a bunch of pendulums that I've had in stock before. This crystal shape can easily be made into a necklace or used as a pendulum. When worn, this crystal is a great protector and healer. It also identifies imbalances in the body. As a pendulum, this crystal can be used for a wide array of purposes, mainly by experienced energy workers. So as you can see, they are wider at the top and slimmer at the bottom, and the reason for this is so that they will be able to move, as that's what pendulums are intended for. You can use them to get your yes and no answers, to find your lost items, to connect with energy, or to find energy blocks. They have a massive array of purposes, and the crystals that you can see here, there was an amethyst, a dyed blue agate, dyed pink agate, that is a ruby and ziacite, I believe that's a black agate, a green aventurine, and a pink moss jasper. pink moss agate, excuse me. So they're beautiful, beautiful crystals. Lots of pendulums still in stock, and you can see them on indigograce.com. The heart, one of my favourite styles of crystals. The heart-shaped crystal is known to attract loving energy as well as energies that can help those with negative emotions. This healing crystal deals with the mental body and works to deter sadness, grief, suffering and pain. The heart crystal has also been known to increase fertility. I love heart-shaped crystals. I love giving them as gifts to people because I always feel like they just, they get that extra little bit from it being shaped in a heart. And we are out of stock of hearts at the moment, but they will be back in very soon, and hopefully in a bigger array of sizes and crystals. The massage wand. The massage wand is usually used in healing therapies. It's got no points on it, so the two ends are rounded. One end is usually wider than the other, and they're very popular amongst massage therapists and reflexologists to be used in their healing work. Chatoyancy crystal. So basically that's the big fancy name for it, but what we would refer to them as cat's eye. So the cat's eye effect that resembles the slit eye of a cat, and it's caused by the reflection of light by parallel fibres, needles or channels. This phenomenon is most effective when the stone is cut into a cabochon, as in cat's eye quartz jewellery. So you can see it here in a sphere form, which I do have a few in stock, I believe. That cat's eye effect is this like white slit of light, and usually the outer sides are much darker, and then you get the different variations of colour running through it, and they're very, very pretty. Double terminated crystal. So we have a lot of these in different shapes and forms in stock. So this is a crystal that has a natural single termination on each end. Okay, so it's got 1 point on each end. When the 6 faces of quartz, so the faces would be the flat surfaces running around here, joined together to form a point, a terminated crystal is born. So when there is a termination, which are the points on each end, this is called a double terminated crystal. Instead of growing out of a hard rock surface as single terminations are formed, they grow in the centre of soft clay. Okay, so they don't come out of rocks, they form in soft clay. They teach us balance, they symbolise patience and perseverance. The energy flows in both directions at once and can draw or transmit energy through both ends. These doubly powerful crystals are great for astral projection. They're excellent to place under our pillow at night to increase and intensify the dream state. They're good stones to use in meditation. They can help refine telepathic powers and can be used to link together individual minds and thoughts. Carrying a double terminated crystal can enable us to maintain our energy shield. Double terminated crystals are very useful in healing because they can move energy in 2 directions at the same time and can act as a bridge between 2 energy points. They're useful in unblocking negative energy and are an excellent all-around balancing tool. These crystals are great at breaking old patterns like overcoming addictions. Placed on the 3rd eye chakra, they can help activate our natural telepathy. I really enjoy using these crystals in healing. I enjoy putting them out when there's group work going on because, like I said, it can take in energy in both ends, it can send out energy in both ends, it can move the energy around. So it's really good to act as a bridge to energy points. And again, they're really nice in crystal grids and stuff like that. A Jersey crystal. These are becoming very, very popular. Jersey appears as a crystal dusting on the clusters and points. This coating is actually an incrustation of minute projecting crystals, usually of the same material. Jersey quartz crystals are one of the best energy tools for working through any self-exploration. They stimulate the exactness of the energy of the mineral and help fortify personal strength. Jersey crystals encourage ideas or thought forms ready to spring forth and grow. A lot of jerseys you will find will have an agate base on it and a quartz top, and basically it's a lot of minuscule clusters of quartz layered up on top and an agate base. And that's exactly what I'm showing you guys here in the picture. This is a dyed pink Jersey quartz necklace which I stock over on indigograce.com, and you can see it's got build up of quartz there on top. Eggs. These are quite popular, and a lot of children ask for eggs for some reason, but egg-shaped crystals confine and shape energy and can be used to detect and rebalance blockages in the body. They are great hand comforters during stressful times. This shape, usually fabricated because most crystals will never ever come naturally in this shape, is extremely versatile and has been used in reflexology, zone therapy, acupressure, shiatsu and aura reading. So I do have an egg over on the website, and it is a jasper egg, so do go and check that out. Geode, and this is one of the crystals that I stock. This is a dyed purple agate geode. So a geode is a rock opening, usually a round hollow created by gas bubbles in magmatic rock or spaces where organic material has been removed in sedimentary material. The nodules are lined with crystals. So the nodule is this, usually quartz or calcite, and this is commonly seen in geode form. These crystals can hold and amplify energy within themselves, diffusing the energy softly. Geodes are wonderful for protection, spiritual growth, breaking addictions, and overindulgent personalities. So this is one that I said is in stock. I have some in my personal collection. Really, really pretty, really interesting to see the way crystals formulate inside what looks like a very, very ordinary rock. Pyramids, and this again is another one that I have in stock. Not the clearest picture of it, but it is a chakra pyramid, and you will find that up on the website. Pyramids focus and amplify energy through their shape and molecular structure of the crystal from which they are made. The pyramid focuses energy in a tight beam through the apex and has been used to both charge and preserve objects. The energy taken on by the pyramid depends upon what type of crystal it is formed from. They can draw off negative energy and blockages from the chakra and replenish it with vibrant energy. These are obviously artificially shaped. Pyramids enhance and focus the inherent properties of the original crystal used. Apophyllite is an example of a naturally occurring crystal form. So there you go. You can get apophyllite in a natural pyramid shape, but chakra ones and most other minerals will have been formulated by man and don't actually grow like this. Rainbow crystals. I also call rainbow crystals flashes. So if you ever hear me talking about seeing a flash in my crystal, this is what I'm talking about. This image is of a clear quartz, and you can see the beautiful rainbow colours running through it there. Basically what that occurs from is some crystals contain internal fractures or foils, which have certain prismatic effects which produce powerful rainbows with the crystal, giving it additional energy which is lacking in a clear specimen. These crystals bring rainbows into one's life and are very special gifts. These crystals are natural promoters of happiness, hope, optimism, peace, courage, creativity, and awakens us to the beauty in nature. Rainbow crystals are master depression fighters. They are a reminder of hope and new life, a sign that the sun is always behind the clouds of our doubt and confusion. They help us to deal with negativity and to maintain the constant awareness that love is in our life at all times. They produce the full spectrum of colour from the white light of healing and perfection. This beautiful crystal is also referred to as a devic, enchanted or pixelated crystal. They're really, really beautiful. I'm very, very drawn to crystals that come with a rainbow inside. Generally, when I'm looking through all the new crystals that come in, the ones that I tend to take out of it have got rainbows. They're flashes of light. And they are very, very beautiful and very comforting crystals as well. Smelted quartz. Now this is a kind of a new thing that's going on at the minute. Smelted quartz is very, very popular in China at present. So basically they will take a whole heap of different quartz and they will melt them down at high temperatures, mixing in a few additives, copper for one. Some of them have a lot of glass in them. I do need to make you aware of that. Then cooling and shaping it into a new form. So spheres are a common choice, but these pointers are particularly commonplace now. And basically, the resultant crystals are frequently of high clarity and often contain beautiful, fluffy, cloud-like inclusions. Not so beautiful quartz is given this wonderful opportunity to become more than it could ever be on its own, resulting in beautiful art pieces to be treasured forever. Very, very true. Some of them are extremely strikingly beautiful. Some of them are absolute disasters. See it for yourself if you Google smelted quartz. Some of them are really, really nice, really, really different and unusual. Some of them are just awful, and you can clearly see that they have been badly made, but they do make for some really nice inclusions and stuff like that. So is it worthwhile having smelted quartz in your collection? I think it's very much a personal choice, and again, just reminding you, if you do decide to purchase your crystals from the likes of eBay, from China, whatever website you may think of using, you may not actually receive smelted quartz, you may receive smelted glass. And remember, smelted quartz, smelted glass will all contain a lot of dye in them, so just know that you need to have your wits about you before you buy. Okay? Wands, and I have here a selenite wand, which again is in stock on indigograce.com. So this is a long slender crystal tapered to its sharp termination. Remember, we talked about termination, which is the top pointed bit, usually longer than 3 inches, and if you are fortunate enough to find one, it will make an excellent meditation and spiritual exercise tool to keep you on your path. It has been referred to as a psychic knife, an Artemis, a beauty way, or a life path crystal. Psychic knife would come from the fact that a lot of people would use terminated wands to cut cords with. So there's another thing to bear in mind about them. They do have a lot of uses. So here I've just referenced 2 of the websites where I took a lot of my information from. earthdna.wordpress.com and their blogs Crystal Shapes Complete Correspondence Chart. And I also use exemplar.com, healing/shapes, colours and properties of various healing crystals. 2 fabulous websites that I recommend. If you have a chance, go and check them out. I got lots of very beneficial information from there. If you feel that I've missed out on certain shapes, or you've got a new one that you'd like to run by me and like me to cover on our crystal Q&A, just get in touch and let me know. I will happily create more videos along the lines of this if they are something that interests you. And if you do have any questions for next week's crystal Q&A, just give me a shout. It can be about anything, particular crystal to help you with any conditions, stresses, strains you may be facing, or maybe you'd like to, put crystals in your home. Maybe you'd like to focus on grid work or something like that. Just let me know and we will definitely get it covered over the next few weeks. So lots of love, light and sparkly crystal blessings to you all, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Bye bye.